Hey friends, have I told you lately how much I love hearing from you? I love the comments underneath my videos. Please keep them coming. I'm going to read you a few just to get an idea of what I hear from my friends here. Alejandra PC says, new sub, your recipes are so delicious. Valerie Hopkins says, wowza, this looks even better than stuffed peppers. That was on my stuffed pepper soup. Here's another one from Jessica Rafik. She says about my barbecue beef muffins, which is recipe number 135. She says, these look absolutely fantastic. Yum. Happy the spices got to mingle and get to know each other. LOL. I love seeing you and Ed together. You know what, Ed and I have such a good time together. And then more recently, I was laughing as I found this one. There's somebody called Socks and Flops, and they left a couple of comments here that really made me laugh. This person says, Karen, you earned my subscription with the gnocchi soup video, primarily with the dancing. Hello. Also noticed that your most popular video came for the cooking, stayed for those sweet, sweet moves. Hundreds of people can't be wrong. What does he say then? They say, you gotta dance, Karen. You gotta dance. You know, Ed and I feel that way too. Love this. Keep these comments coming. We are so happy to be back. It sucks to be sick. So happy to be back in the kitchen. To come together. Happy to be back, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Karen's Sizzle and Spice. So we're so happy to be back. I'm gonna make this delicious Italian sausage tortellini soup today. Once I made it a couple of times, it's right up there on the top of my list of favorites. All we're gonna need today is about 1 pound of Italian sausage. And of course, we're gonna need some tortellini. These come in some different flavors. I just got the cheese lovers tortellini. We're gonna need a 12-ounce can of tomato sauce. We're gonna need a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. We're gonna be using a little bit of red cooking wine. This kind of makes this one pretty distinctive. We're gonna be using beef broth. We're gonna need an onion. We'll be using a carrot. Look, I got this huge carrot at the store. All we'll need is one. I'm gonna use 1 bell pepper. It adds some delicious sweetness to this. We're gonna add lots of delicious garlic to this. And then for our spice, of course, we'll need salt and pepper. We're gonna use some oregano. We're using some parsley. And I'm gonna use some of my basil that I grew in my garden. So friends, I really need to have a ground Italian sausage for this recipe, but this is what I had in the freezer, so I'm just gonna take the skins off. It's so simple. You just take a nice sharp knife, cut it down the side, and take the skin right off. There we go. Simple. I'm gonna just do that to all 5 links here. So friends, staying organized in the kitchen really does make for better food. So I like to get all my mise en place ready to go to throw in the pot before we start cooking. So my carrots are a root vegetable and they're gonna take the longest to cook. So I'm gonna cut them quite small, just like this.
Oh, yeah. Come on, subscribe.
Next thing I'm doing is chopping up my onion and a nice fine chop on this. Look at that, I'm chopping all these onions. I'm not crying at all, am I? That's because I leave my onions in the fridge. Just a little tip for you. Friends, the next thing I'm cutting up is my garlic, and I've peeled about 4 garlic cloves here. If you like more garlic, add more. If you like a little less, add a little less. You see, I'm using my garbage bowl here. I don't know if you guys have any of these yet. I have 4 of these gorgeous Rachel Ray bowls. They have a rubber grip on the bottom, so once you place that on your counter, it's not going anywhere. Not only for a garbage bowl, this is my everything bowl. Your popcorn, your chips, your party bowls. These things are fantastic. If you're looking to get some for yourself, just click on the title of this video, scroll down, and you'll see all the links from my most popular gadgets. And I have to say, my sister Nancy, I think she's a little addicted to these things. She just told me she bought another one, a white one. She already had more than me. I have 4. I think she's got at least 6 now. Next is my bell pepper. This just adds a little more sweetness to the soup. And you won't believe this, but this pepper is the last one from my garden. Here it is, November, my last precious pepper. Okay, I've got my soup pot nice and hot. We're throwing all that Italian sausage in. And I'm gonna use my tool here. I got this from Pampered Chef. Just get this all ground up. Adding a little bit of olive oil to my pot here. And we'll just brown this. Friends, you see how putting a little bit of olive oil in there cleaned up the whole bottom of the pot there? I guess sometimes Italian sausage can be fatty, but this is apparently not. This is working out great. Okay, now that my Italian sausage is nice and brown, I'm gonna use my slotted spoon and put it in a bowl here. Now, could I put the rest of my ingredients in with the Italian sausage? I could, but you know what? Soups are fantastic when they have layers of flavor. And I'm gonna fry up the vegetables next and get them a little bit brown and caramelized, and that's gonna add so much flavor to the soup. That's why I'm taking the Italian sausage out, and then I'll put the vegetables in. See, now that there's a little bit of oil in there, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to add my veggies to this, all of them together. I got my bell peppers. Trim this down a little bit. Got my carrots and my garlic. Spitting out at me there. Be careful, Ed. Got my onions. Woo, and the smell when the garlic hits that pot. What do you think, Ed?
It's delicious.
Wonderful. I'm going to just simmer these veggies for, I don't know, a good 5 minutes or so. Oh my, my, my. Woo! That smells so good. Can't wait for this soup. How about you, Ed?
I'm waiting. I just can't wait to have some.
Friends, I only wish you could smell my kitchen. It smells wonderful in here. Now that I've allowed these veggies to cook for about 5-6 minutes, I'm gonna add more good stuff now. So we're adding that 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. We have 16 ounces of tomato sauce. For now, I'm gonna add a whole box, which is 4 cups of beef broth to get it started. Oh yeah. I'm gonna add 1 cup of red wine, cooking red wine. And now I'm gonna go with some spices. I'm adding a couple teaspoons or so of salt. We're gonna add some wonderful pepper. We're adding a couple of teaspoons of basil. Oh, I love basil. This is from my garden that I dried. Yum, yum. We're gonna add some oregano, and probably, oh, I don't know, half a teaspoon or so. If you want more, add more. And then I'm gonna add some parsley. And now I'm adding back my Italian sausage very carefully so that it doesn't plop in here. Let's be careful so it doesn't splash. Alrighty. Now we're gonna stir all this goodness and we're gonna let this come to a boil. And then we will put the cover halfway on and let it simmer for about half an hour. Now, if you like your soup soupier, and I know I do, I add a little extra beef broth. In fact, I'll add at least a couple more cups. You have to remember too that tortellini is going in here soon, and that pasta is gonna suck up some of that broth. So just keep adding the beef broth till it's the perfect consistency for you. We'll be right back. Friends, my soup has been simmering here for about 15 minutes. I want to give the broth a taste. I want to see if it needs anything. You know, I find that stews or soup where I use canned tomatoes, very often to offset the acidity of it, I add a little bit of sugar. This definitely needs it. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of sugar to my pot. I'm going to give this a good stir. And we'll put the cover on it like this with a little bit of steam escaping. And we'll check it again in about 15 minutes. Now that my pot has been boiling or simmering for another 15 minutes, take a look at that beautifulness. Look at that, Eddie. It is gorgeous. Now it's time. You guys want to make sure you're always tasting. You know, you want to taste to tweak. See if it needs more salt, pepper. I've done all that. It's pretty perfect, I must say. But now it's time to add my tortellini. I'm going to add this whole bag of tortellini. And you know what? I like to keep extra in the freezer or in the fridge so that each time we have this soup, I can add a little bit more if I want to. And by the way, this soup freezes beautifully. So let's get our tortellini in here. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to keep this in the pot for about 10 minutes, and then it will be time to taste. You excited, Eddie?
Very. I can't wait to eat it.
We're almost there. Oh my God, look at this soup. Ed likes the shaking kind of cheese. I love the fresh parm. It's fantastic on this soup. I love when it's snowing, don't you? Into your soup.
Yeah.
Let's give this a try.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Ooh, are you gonna do tortellini first or no?
No, I just want to taste the soup.
I gotta do tortellini.
Okay.
Cheers, everybody. It's gonna be fantastic.
Mm.
Mmm. 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 You guys are gonna love this one. What do you think?
This is so good. You know what I like about canned soups? When you buy the canned soup, if you bought like sausage tortellini, you have to hunt around for a piece of sausage and a tortellini.
That's true.
This is loaded with it. It's like a meat lover's soup.
You know, the carrots, the bell pepper, a little bit of sugar makes this the perfect sweetness. This one's fantastic. Your family's gonna love it. I hope it becomes one of your new favorites. And remember, you eat with your eyes first. You have got to make it beautiful. Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Happy health and happy eating to all of you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.